What's up, everybody? This is Cody, aka DFS Prodigy, coming to you live with Vortex Stormy, aka Brandon Steen, coming to you live from Chasing Green DFS. We're breaking down the NBA six-game slate for today. It's a nice six-gamer. What do you think about this slate, my man?
I normally do well on 6 game slates, so it's one of my favorite. The Utah-Washington matchup's a little iffy, but other than that, it looks like a pretty good slate.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited about it, my man. So, like usual, before we begin, hit the like button for me. Definitely check out the Discord, which the link is in the description below of Chasing Green DFS. It's a great Discord. Just come hang out with us. Again, subscribe to the YouTube channel. That's been a ton, as y'all know. And let's dig into this game. So, Utah and Washington. So, up top, what do you think of Westbrook and Beal, my man?
I'm full fade on Beal. I mean, his price is just too much. He doesn't have the peripheral stats, and if Westbrook's in, it's just hard for him to get there. GPP only because he has upside, obviously, but I'm probably fading both in this tough matchup.
Yeah, I'm mainly more on Westbrook just because, like you said, the peripherals. It's hard to get to Beal because we know Westbrook can get that triple double. It's just like Beal has no upside with Westbrook on the court. That's how it feels like to me.
Yeah, for sure. Westbrook always has a triple double upside, so he's always in play.
Then Rui,
Another guy that I'm looking at is
yeah,
Rui. Yeah,
that's what. It's hard, dude. It's hard.
it's just such a tough matchup, and with almost everyone healthy, obviously Thomas Bryant's still out. I think he's out for the year. It's a tough place to get to them payups against Utah.
That's the thing is he's seeing minutes. His minutes are increasing, and he had a good game, but it's hard to trust because of how inconsistent he is. Like 38, 37, 38 minutes, but it's just tough to get to. It's tough to get to him, in my opinion.
I mean, the first game was without Beal, obviously, so
Yeah.
I think around 30 is what we should expect from him, which is still decent at that price. But
Yeah.
I mean, it's not a for sure thing.
Right. And then Denny, he's still hard to get to with Beal and Westbrook in. He's a guy I can't get to. Neto, I can't get to much.
Yeah.
Alex Lynn. I mean,
yeah. I mean, someone's got to guard Gobert. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Whether it's Alex Len or Robin Lopez, Mo Wagner will get abused in the post if Rudy Gobert's on him. So I think Len and Lopez will split about 26, 22 minutes each in that area. So I think if Len starts, he's a pretty decent option here.
And he looked good last game. He looked good. He's a point per minute guy.
I think he got a double for sure. I mean, the only worry here is the minutes are all over the place, but I think they've been more consistent recently.
Yeah. On the Utah side, with no Conley, if we know, I'm already going to boost up Donovan Mitchell. He's a great guy on the slate. He's going to run the point. Give me Jordan Clarkson and Joe Ingles. Both those guys are going to see a minutes up increase with Joe Ingles possibly starting. What do you think of this Jazz team, my man?
I think they're a good target today. Washington's a pace-up situation and bad defense, really bad defense. So Gobert is worth a shot, but I just don't see him getting here with Donovan Mitchell and Clarkson running the show because Clarkson's a big usage guy and he takes a lot of shots.
Yeah, I'm mainly on Donovan Mitchell. At that price point, he's a great play. Like I said, Joe Ingles is going to start, so I think he can see good minutes at 5-2. Jordan Clarkson, though, this is going to be his game. I love him. Bog is way too scoring dependent for me. I don't trust him at 5'9".
I mean, it's Clarkson.
Yeah.
It's Mitchell and Ingles, and that's about it.
That's about it. Yeah, I don't trust anybody else on this team. So moving on to the next game in OKC and Atlanta. Starting with the OKC side of the ball, SGA at 9,000. That's a tough price point for me to pay.
It's not happening, especially with Horford back.
Yeah, I can't do it.
I mean, the only thing is maybe in a GPP if Maladone's out, but I'm still probably not getting there at that price point.
Yeah, that's a no-go for me when I can get Donovan Mitchell at a cheaper price point with no Conley, in my opinion.
Yeah, and I don't know if I'm on Horford. He's been resting every other game, and he just hasn't been able to get into a rhythm completely. He's a decent play, but he's not someone I'll be targeting.
The only way I'm going to target Al Horford is if Capella's out. Then I may look at Horford a little bit more.
Yeah, for sure.
If Capella's out.
And Ty Jerome's quite interesting if Dort and Maladone are out again.
Yeah, I'll go right back to basically Ty Jerome. He's a point per minute guy. I like him. And Moses Brown is the guy I wanted to talk about. He's the interesting guy. What do you think of him?
I mean, he had that breakout game last game, but Horford was out. And with Horford back in, I don't see him paying off that 4-3 price tag. Even if he gets 18 minutes, it's
Yeah.
tough for me.
I want to
Unless
see
for
what they're
some
going to do with
reason
his minutes.
yeah, for some reason Horford starts at power forward due to Baisley being out. I mean, I'm all in on Moses Brown if he gets to start.
They can start Moses Brown because I'm not playing Isaiah Roby. I don't trust him.
I mean, even with Baisley and Horford out last game, he didn't get there. So
Yeah. So there's not much else on this team I want. The big news is going to be
Svi.
Dort and Maladon. What's going to happen with them too? Yeah.
Yeah, Svi, if Dort is out and Maladon's out, I think Svi could get a start here and he could be a good option.
At 3.5, especially. That's a cheap price point for him.
For sure.
Atlanta. So the big news on Atlanta is going to be what happens with Capella, because that could change this whole entire team. Trae Young, 9.9 is a tough price tag. He's been inconsistent lately.
I haven't been touching Trae Young, and I'm going to stick by that. He hasn't had an upside game. He hasn't shown anything that he's ready to be at that price point. I don't know why he's still there.
He's been inconsistent. He'll get you either 45 or 20, and he's way too inconsistent for me.
I'm thinking Capella might be in with the off day. So
yeah,
who knows? If he's not, fire up John Collins. Dude, his price went up, 400? Not enough. I like him a lot. Gallo's an interesting option. He did really well last game, actually, with Capella out. So I'd take him into consideration. And the rest of the team, I'm just not on. Herder and Bogdan, split minutes. It's just, there's not one guy there that I like other than Collins. If Capella is in, though, I am really intrigued there because Horford is horrible at rebounding. And Capella actually feasted on them earlier this year.
Exactly. So for me, my main thing is if Capella's out, I'm firing up John Collins. Gallinari's looked good in the minutes he's gotten. His minutes are increasing. So, and the rebounding opportunities are increasing. I like that at 6'1". And a guy I don't mind taking a shot on is Nathan Knight as a value. He's seeing about 20 minutes now, 20, 22, 23, 35, and 21 against Horford. I don't mind it.
Yeah.
At 3.5, he can easily pay off that price tag, in my opinion.
If Capella's out, obviously. But yeah, I like that if Capella's out.
Because he's a guy who can definitely get you there. At 3.5 on the value that we need, I like that. So, like you said, Horder and Bog, I can't get to them. I don't know what they're trying to do with Bog. That's been interesting this season, what they've done with him. I would imagine.
I mean, they say he's not on a minutes limit, but he's still not getting enough minutes.
I don't understand the signing so far this season. It's been weird. But yeah, that pretty much wraps it up for this game, Orlando and New York. So on to Orlando. The big news is going to be what happens with Aaron Gordon, Evan Fournier, and Terrence Ross, because this could change this whole entire team. What do you think about this team, man?
I think if one of Ross, Gordon, and Fournier is in, I can't get to Vooch against New York.
Yep.
I mean, it's such a steep price, and New York's actually had a great defense this year. So, I mean, Ross, if he's in, I'm still not liking it. The only one I can see taking a shot at is Fournier if he's in, because he has upside.
Exactly. So that's the main deal for me also is if one of these guys is in, I'm not going to Vooch. If Vooch is the only guy, I'll pay the price tag at 10-1. I mean, it may be only in GPPs and cashes, no, but in GPPs, I'll take the shot on him if all these guys are out because he's going to be the main guy on this team. For
sure. And another point is if all three are out, Dwayne Bacon's okay for cash.
God, I hate playing him.
He has no upside, but he's going to get you 20.
I hate it so much.
I don't either. I don't like him either. Full fade on MCW. He has looked horrible the past few
games.
He's
looked awful. Yeah.
So, I mean, if any of these guys are in, I'm probably full fading.
Yeah. New York, this is the team that I'm kind of interested in. To be honest with you, Julius Randle, that price is going to scare people away, but he's been on a tear. He's been killing it lately.
He has been on a tear, but I mean, it all depends on if Gordon plays. I think if Gordon plays, he can hold Julius Randle a little bit. I mean, he's been playing center more too.
Yeah. And then the other deal is that if Quigley's out, if Peyton's out, they're going to have no guards. So it's going to be mainly
you're playing Alex Burke.
Huh?
I mean, I think if all three of those guys are, you got to pay for Alex
I,
Burks.
I
I
like
mean,
Alec Burks. Yeah.
he has upside. I mean, if any of them are in though, I'm probably not getting there.
That's the main point for me is I love me some RJ Barrett if all these guys are out, and I love me some Alec Burks and Art Reggie Bullock. They're gonna have to pick up the slack, and
Yeah,
this is
I
gonna be
mean,
even more for Randall, in
even
my
if
opinion.
Quickly is in, I like RJ Barrett. He's looked good the past few games, actually. I
If
think
Quigley's in, I do like Quigley himself at 6'3". I'll pay that price tag for him. He'll be
I'm
the main
50.
guard, is
Yeah.
me,
I mean, it's 50-50. For me, he's looked good some games, but he always has that downside. Good GPP play for me.
for sure. New Orleans and Portland. So this is probably going to be the game of the night. This is going to be close to the highest scoring game. On the New Orleans side, Zion Williamson, I'll pay that price tag 8-9 for him. I'll pay for Brandon Ingram. I'd much rather get to Zion though. Lonzo Ball, the assist percentage has been pretty sky high.
Yes.
I do
The
like Lonzo
17
Ball.
last game.
Yeah. Josh Hart
Looked
seeing
good.
good minutes off the bench. I don't mind that. The guy I did want to talk about for a minute is NAW with no JJ Redick. 25 minutes, 23 minutes. He has upside if he gets the minutes. And at 4-2,
Yeah, if he somehow gets a start or a
yeah,
6-man role, he's always in play because he's a good point per minute guy. Just takes a lot of shots.
exactly. So talk to me about this team, my man.
My options would probably be Zion, considering he had a pretty good game last game. I think he dropped about 50 against the same Portland team. Ingram's, he's up and down. He's always got that upside of 60. And Lonzo Ball is probably my favorite GPP play from this team, as those 17 assists last game. It looked good, man. And Dame is a bad defender.
Yeah,
So
that's what I'm
that's about
looking at
all I
also.
have.
And then also, what do you think of Jackson Hayes going up against this team, possibly with more minutes?
I mean, I like him, but he's always at risk because they could keep Steven Adams in for 30 minutes. They
Right.
just good GPP play. Other than that, I wouldn't get to him.
For sure. On the Portland side, so Damian Lillard, I'm fading him at 11,000. I'm taking a stand on him.
Too much.
People are going to go chasing that game. And plus CJ's back. I don't like it at 11,000. CJ, if he has no minutes limit, I do like him at 7.4. Cantor's okay here, 7,000. The rest of the team is just kind of hard to get to. I'm mainly on CJ and CJ only. What about you, man?
CJ, if there's no minutes limit, I'm smashing him. Like it's all
Yeah.
in every lineup almost. Like
This matchup's
I
too
mean, it's
good.
risky coming back for injury, but like he had a rough shooting game last game. If he gets on fire, Dame's not gonna take a shot. It's gonna be the CJ show. Another guy that's interesting is Carmelo Anthony. He's been playing more minutes and he has actually been shooting decent. I don't know how he did. Like he did all right last game, and the 2 games before that, he's been trending upwards. The 30 minutes are really what I like to see at a 5.4 price point.
Of course, yeah. So yeah, mainly it's CJ for me. I think he was just rusty in my opinion. I think that's his first game back. What do you expect? I mean, you don't expect a 50 burger in your first game back after a long hiatus. So I think he's going to be back in this game. Fast paced matchup. This is all him. Minnesota and Phoenix. On the Minnesota side, I'm liking Karl-Anthony Towns here. I think against DeAndre Ayton, this is a great matchup. What about you, man?
For sure. The thing is with Minnesota is they can either come out firing with Cat or it's just the Edwards show all night. And once Edwards, if he gets on fire, Cat's not a factor in the game. I watch every Timberwolves game, and if Edwards is on, Cat's not going to be in a good spot. But Edwards is really interesting. He is waiting for that breakout game. He had a 34 point the other night, and he's taking 20 plus shots a night, and I like that price point for him.
So do I. He's shooting the ball extremely well, or not extremely well, but he's taking a ton of shots. Another guy I don't mind is Rubio. I think the GPP narrative is there for him. He's seeing good minutes, seeing decent starting role. 5.8's on a bad price
Revenge
tag.
game.
Yeah, revenge game narrative also. So I think he'll try to play a lot better here. The rest of the guys are just hard to trust, like a Noel, McDaniels, Vanderbilt. You don't know what we're going to get out of these guys. It's just hard to trust all of them.
If Noel was 1K cheaper, I'd be all over him. Dude looks really good, but at 5.2, I just can't get to him.
I'd rather go to Rubio, who I know is going to get guaranteed minutes and guaranteed assist rate.
Mainly it's the top 2 guys. The rest of them, they're all right.
On the Suns, so I want to play DeAndre Ayton so bad at 6'2". I want to so bad. I just know how bad Cat is at defense, but it's hard. It's difficult.
The thing is with Cat is he's not so bad at defense. It's the offensive rebounding that he likes to give up and just so many putbacks. I mean, Aiton could be good here. The T-Wolves defense just isn't good. It's really bad. So I mean, I like the Suns tonight. I like Aiden. I like Paul. I like Booker. I mean, they're all in play for me.
I like Paul over Booker. I think I'm going to take a stand. I think this is similar to the Brad Beal and Westy situation. I think Paul gets you more peripherals over Booker. You know what I mean?
I agree. I think this game could be 120 to 120. So I'd definitely like to have a couple pieces from this game.
The other guy I did want to talk about though is Dario Saric, who is closing out over DeAndre Ayton. What do you think of him as a value play at 4-5?
Love him. Love him.
So do I.
I mean, he's been getting the minutes, and he has looked way better than he did last year in a Timberwolves uniform.
Revenge narrative also. So on the Hornets and Lakers, this is kind of a game I'm not high on, as surprising as it is. It's hard to get to these Hornets because of everybody's playing north of 20 minutes together. And it's a 10-man rotation. You don't know who's going to bust out the game winner, basically. LaMelo Ball, 8-3. Do you like him or no?
I'm not on his train. He has been trending down just because he had such a good season, but at that price point, he's expected to have 40 fantasy points a night, and he's just not getting there some nights.
And it's hard to trust Gordon Hayward and Rozier also.
Yeah, I don't like either of them. The only person I can maybe see getting to is Devontae Graham at that price point, even though he's only getting 20 minutes for a GPP play. I mean, that's just so cheap for someone that has the upside if they get going. Like, he played 17 minutes against Toronto and had the 27, but then there's that risk of the 9.5.
Yeah, that's the risk. Is the price point's definitely there. We know he has hype. We know he can turn it up. That's the thing. We've seen him break out.
GPP for me.
Yes.
I mean, this whole game's just not a great environment. The Lakers are the Lakers. Play slow.
Yeah. On the Lakers side, that's LeBron James like usual. You can get to him if you get to him. If you don't, you don't. He is upside, obviously. We know let's LeBron James. Plain and simple. Montrezl Harrell.
He's someone to talk about. He has been getting more and more minutes with Marcus Gasol out and Anthony Davis. He has looked really good the past couple of games, but it's tough at 6'4". He has the upside, but he also has a really low floor.
The guy I do like a lot though is THT. He played 15 minutes in the first half of this past two games, so he's gonna get the minutes. We know he is, and
I personally love that price point. I mean, he has been on a tear recently. Yeah. When he is on the floor, LeBron gives the ball to him and lets him run the show, as crazy as that sounds.
And like I said, also, like, he's not a guy who's just not going to see minutes. He's getting the starter minutes. He's playing north of 12 to 15 minutes in the first half, so we know he's going to get that starter minutes.
The reason he's been getting the minutes too is Alex Caruso is out and he's still out, so I like that price for him.
I like THT a ton. I like Harrell a little bit. I like LeBron James. Pope, we know how Pope is. If you get to him, you get to him. I'd much rather play THT though.
Yeah, it's always THT over him. Schroeder, obviously.
It's hard to get to him lately.
He's up and down, like
46, 31, 19, 27. That's way too
40,
inconsistent.
Yeah, it's too inconsistent.
That's as inconsistent as can be, in my opinion.
Yeah, I'm not touching anybody else besides THT.
I'm not getting the Kuzma either.
LeBron. Yeah,
no Kuzma.
Morris has been starting, and I don't like that. If Morris is out, I might get to him, but other than that, Morris is probable, so probably not.
And his minutes have been turning down also with Morris. If you look at his minutes, it's been going 19, 16, 19, or when he had 30.
I'm just saying if Morris is out, Kuzma gets almost all those minutes.
Oh, yeah. I thought you meant if Kuzma started. I mean, if Morris started. My bad.
No, don't touch Morris. He's horrible.
No, that's all I thought you meant. My bad. I was like, dude, I'm not playing Morris. Yeah.
Yeah, so just LeBron, THT.
Yeah.
Maybe Harrell.
Yeah. So that wraps up this Sits Gamer, man. Do you have any last closing thoughts before we head out of here?
Not much. Just join the Discord. Have some fun with us. Other than that, good luck on tomorrow's slate.
right? So this is a pretty good, exciting slate in my opinion. I like the games here. There's definitely value plays. There's definitely the pay up options. So, like I said, definitely check out the Discord. The link will be in the description below. Hit the like button for me like usual. And thank you all for all tuning in. Have a good one, everybody.